The $200 oil shock, how the Iran war could trigger the biggest energy crisis of the decade. The dangerous new phase of Middle East conflict is unfolding as Iran warns the global oil prices could skyrocket to $200 per barrel, sending shockwaves through energy markets and global politics. The escalation began after the United States and Israel launched sustained airstrikes against Iranian targets, triggering a fierce retaliation campaign from Tehran. Iranian officials have now issued a stark warning: if the attacks continue, oil shipments to the Persian Gulf could be blocked, threatening one of the most critical energy arteries in the world. Nearly one-fifth of global oil supplies normally pass through the Strait of Hormuz, making any disruption there a potential economic earthquake. Iranian commanders have declared that tankers supplying the United States and its allies could become legitimate military targets, dramatically raising the stakes for global shipping and energy security. Since the conflict erupted in late February, the war has already caused heavy casualties and infrastructure damage across the region, with hundreds of Iranian facilities reportedly destroyed and thousands of homes damaged in airstrikes. While Iranian missiles and drones have struck Israeli territory in U.S. military positions across Gulf states, American forces have also suffered casualties, with dozens of soldiers reportedly wounded as the fighting spreads beyond Iran's border. Despite the growing violence, financial markets appear cautiously optimistic that Washington may eventually seek a negotiated end to the conflict, especially as oil prices remain volatile and global economic stability hangs in the balance. However, military operations are still expanding. Israel has launched additional waves of strikes in Iran and Lebanon, while Iranian forces have targeted U.S. bases in Qatar, Kuwait, and Iraq in what they describe as one of the largest retaliatory operations since the war began. The conflict is also pulling in regional and global powers. Turkey has warned that the war risks engulfing the entire Middle East, while the G7 is discussing releasing emergency oil reserves to prevent a worldwide energy shock. Meanwhile, global shipping routes are becoming increasingly dangerous, with commercial vessels already stuck in the Strait of Hormuz and navies scrambling to rescue crews from damaged ships. Behind the battlefield developments lies a deeper geopolitical struggle over the future balance of power in the Middle East. Israeli leadership has openly suggested that weakening Iran's ruling system is one of its strategic objectives, while Tehran has rejected any attempt by Washington to influence its political leadership, doubling down on its defense. As the war enters its second week, the central question is no longer just about military victories, but about whether the conflict could spiral into a global economic crisis, with energy markets, shipping lanes, and international alliances all hanging in the balance. If Iran follows through on its threat to disrupt Gulf oil exports, the world could soon face the most severe energy shock since the early 2000s, proving once again that conflicts in the Middle East rarely stay confined to the battlefield, they ripple across the entire global economy.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.